Are you stupid? I hope not, darling. Did you know that the statement about our fundamental rights that says life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was originally life, liberty, and property? In some ways, it is sad that it was changed, because pursuit of happiness is so vague and property is not. The reason that these three rights, the right to life, the right for liberty, and the right to own property, included property was because it's so fundamental to freedom. Without the right to property, men and women cannot be free. For example, in the Soviet Union, you could not own property. So, if you wanted to form a church or some other form of club, you would have to get permission to use a building for that purpose. The state would not allow such a use for the building, and you could not form the church or club. If it was your property and you had the right to do with it whatever you wanted, then you could form a church or club there. Without the right, no freedom of religion or assembly could exist except in secret. In Peru, for many years, the farmers who worked the land below Machu Picchu did not own the land. They worked it every year and gave all the profits to the landlord who maintained property rights by corruption and force, not by any legal means. The lack of property rights for the farmers placed them in virtual slavery to the landlord, who only allowed them barely enough to live on. What a tragedy to see these hard-working people never able to get ahead. They never owned the land, so any value that they might create by working harder was never realized. A few years ago, with the help of international property rights advocate Hernando de Soto, the farmers had the land surveyed, boundaries were clearly marked, and the rights to the land were given to them. The illegal owners were pushed out. They no longer could live off the work of others. Now, the work of the farmers could accumulate value. The land has value and was something the farmers could now sell or give to their children. When they worked harder, they received more. Of course, when the weather did not cooperate, they suffered too, but nowhere near the sufferings that occurred when they owned nothing. Property rights gave them freedom and pride in taking care of their own property. Everyone but the illegal slave owner landlords benefited. Critical to property rights is the rule of law, and what De Soto helped to create was the concept of boundaries by survey that could be replicated, and law that gave legal written and recorded rights to the farmers to the property. With these two enforceable elements, property rights could truly benefit the owners. The right to own property and the power to control it are critical to freedom. Don't be stupid, darling. Guarding your property rights is guarding your freedom. In my old country, we owned nothing. Fortunately today, that is slowly changing. Until next time, dear, remember, it is sexy to be smart, and you are not stupid when you know the truth.